Hi, welcome to this app, What's the Unit? This is a basic app for fractions, and you can use it in the beginning of teaching this subject. Let's see what we have here. So we see here we have one square, and underneath, this is a rectangle made up of two squares, and then 3, 4, and so on. What is this 1? What does this 1 mean? Well, this 1 defines the unit, the whole. Now, let's drag it down to the 3-squared rectangle here. And now we can say this is our unit. So if we drag it out and put it here and then click here, we'll see 1 because this is the unit. But what will happen if we drag out this purple rectangle with the 4 squares? Now, remember, this is our unit now. So when we click here, we're going to see 1 and 1/3. You can ask your students what will happen if we move our unit to this top red unit with the 1 square, for example. So, of course, the green changes to 3 and the purple changes to 4. Let's do it. Okay, now we see the 3 and the 4. Now, I want to open a new page, and let's define our unit as this blue rectangle with the 6 squares. So, of course, this red one up on top will be 1/6. We can check it even here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this orange one will be 2/6. But also we can say this is 1/3. See? 1, 2, 3. For this, we have this button, Reduce Unit Fractions. Now, I know the name reduce is not a good name because it looks like the fraction's just getting smaller. So if you want, you can say divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number. But look, this is the unit fraction. So if I click here, you see 1/3. But if I take, for example, the purple with the 4 squares, that's 4/6. Let's go back to do not reduce. This one will not be reduced to 2/3. It will stay 4/6 because, as we said, this is a basic app for fractions. We teach it in the beginning of this subject, so we don't really want to deal here in general with reducing fractions. Now, to see that this orange one is 1/3 of the unit is something that we can say is a basic thing because we can just count 1, 2, and 3. So let's open a new page. I want to show you one last thing that you can do with this app. Let's define our unit here as the 5-squared rectangle. And then we'll drag this blue rectangle with the 6 squares out. And we can ask the students, of course, what is this number? So we have the unit here, and we have 1 here, 1/5 of the unit. So altogether, it's 1 and 1/5. And we can cover it and take one more and ask, what's this number? Of course, if you remember 1 and 1/5, well, it's 2 and 2/5. Again, we can see it 5 and 5 and 2/5 of the unit. And if we want, we can add the green 3-squared rectangle here, and it will move to 3. We can cover it. Now we can put our unit up here on the top and ask the students, okay, now what's this number? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15, so 15 units. Now, what will happen if we drag it here to the orange rectangle with 2 squares? Well, it will move to 7.5. And if we move it here to the green rectangle with 3 squares, then it changes to 5. And of course, you can ask different kinds of questions like this in your class. And of course, you can build your own questions, your own lessons, open them up in class, and use it with your students. I hope you enjoy this app. Thanks so much for watching.